my fucking god. I'm supposed to be a Dead by Daylight creator 6 months of not making video and I am doing this kind of content? Sup boy, I'm back and Dennis. Today, I want to talk about something that I talked in my main channel. This will be probably one stand kind of video which I might not make more videos like this. Cause the main concept of this channel is mostly Dead by Daylight. Though, this video is an exception. The reason I'm doing the same video as my main channel is because I'm not satisfied enough with what I said. Just want to say that I'm disappointed with the Amazing Digital Circus finale. This video will have spoilers about the Amazing Digital Circus, of course, Stranger Things a little bit of No Country for Old Men, and a pinch of Limbus Contini Canto 6 with no correlation whatsoever. Be warned, and all I will say is my honest opinion in this video. You might not agree with things I might say, it's your own opinion. Feel free to share your own opinions. I will start with a little summary of the finale. As of 20th June, the Amazing Digital Circus come to an end. I enjoyed the whole show. Every episode was fun, helped understanding characters, but mostly Jax. The series were mostly around Jax, which was okay, I guess. I mean, it became about Jax in the later episodes. I'm not a fan of Jax, so I can't say I'm happy with it. The finale was mostly about Jax, which sucks. We don't get to see some things about other characters. Honestly, I wanted to know more about Zubul or even Gangle, but we have minimal things about each character except Jax. In the first 2 minutes, we get a huge information about none of our main cast being real. They were brain scans of people who use the VR, not people that is currently wearing the VR. Their real life selves are out there, which I must say, I really liked it. The series were mostly about characters, and escaping was the main thing of the first 7 and 8 episodes. Then it was all about learning others. By learning others, I mean learning Jax. Okay, he is one of the main characters, aside Pomley, but at least we could learn about other characters as well. We know little about everyone and so much about Jax. Anyways, the worst part is the character we know the most about dies 5 minutes later after the revelations about them being not real. Jax extracts off screen. I'm not a fan of off-screen deaths. Let's take No Country for Old Men for an example. Main character dies off screen and the other main character was in the back view the whole film. We only see him like 5 times in the entire film. And he's the main character. He is the old man of the No Country for Old Men. Yet we know almost nothing about him. It's similar with the Amazing Digital Circus, but No Country for Old Men did a message. The reason we didn't see much about the old man is because time changed. He can't keep up with modernity, so he gives up. As for the other main character dying, I felt empty at that scene. He dies so suddenly and we only see the aftermath. Because of that, I think No Country for Old Men was a bad film. But after I watched so many awful ending shows, I see it as a godfather to me. Anyways, the Amazing Digital Circus is our topic. Let's not compare too much because both shows are different. Only thing that are similar is, like No Country for Old Men, we know little about our main character and the other main character dies off screen. After Jax abstracted, we see Pomni cutting off the light to become abstracted Jax, which was a nice scene. Her using the same gun from old episodes, and to be honest, I thought she was gonna shoot him. Anyways, after that, Pomni enters Jax. We see what Jax would think about others abstracting. Yada yada yada, then we learn about Jax when he first joined. I really like that scene. We get to see Kafuma and Ribbit and all. Which I must say, I always wanted to know about Ribbit. even though we know little about her, she's probably my second favorite character. Then we see more. Jacques fumbling the chance of his life, ruining the friendship with other people who cared about him. And because he's an asshole, he caused Ribbit to abstract and ruin everything. I felt something when I see Jacques causing Ribbit's abstraction. I played Limbus Company and Heathcliff is my favorite character. While playing his Kanto, I felt the same thing for Kettering. And yeah, call me a dumbass for not finishing the original Wuthering Heights and using Limbus Company. Anyways, Kettering and Heathcliff blamed themselves for the sadness of the other. Kettering said some things that Heathcliff heard those and ran away, and Kettering was sad because Heathcliff ran away. The reboot moment reminded me of that in Canto 6. Jacques pushed the only person who cares about him and who he trusted enough to open up, just to cause her death. Just like fuck-ass Heathcliff! After all that, we see Jacques waiting there. Pomni approaches him and tucks him out. Then we see Jacques hyperventilating, his abstraction touching the flash grenades from the other episodes. And at that moment, I believed Pomni find a way to reverse Jacques' abstraction. The others pull Pomni away, telling her that they won't let her do this all alone, and take Jacques into a dark TED. And we will come back to here later! After that, we see my god, the sexy one himself, Kane! He didn't die! Somehow! Well, I believe it's because his deletion worked more like a recycling bin in every computer unit to empty it for full deletion. But hey, it's just a theory! So, we see Kane in Void, walking into a door, grinding over and all, then he reaches it. He is now connecting to datas of the people who have put the VR set on. And he summons Scratch, the first Circus member, the creator of all of this. And we cut back to Kane. After that, he takes off the other AI, the blue AI, and Hollow Purple sends it. Then goes to the circus. I watched the finale with 3 other friends and we argued over whether the scene with Scratch was present or fast. Nothing gave any hints except for Scratch, of course. What happened is that was a combination of present, past, and present again. To be honest, I understood Stranger Things Will Not Marry Me scene better, but it must just be my dumbass. So, King comes back. He talks with other circus members. Then he offers help with Jacques. After that, he shows who each of them were in real life. And we see that everyone was actually living a happy life. Good for them. So we have Kane back, weaker. They will go on adventures with others. They have Jacques. Maybe a way to fix him. But no! They make Jacques into a fish! Now, let me say this. I like the scene where abstracted Kafmo, Rabbit, and Jacques were together swimming. I really liked it. But I thought maybe there were a chance of them bringing them back. Maybe the faults Kane had, perhaps he was not powerful enough to do it anymore because he didn't have the blue eye. But I really wanted to see them coming back. Though, I mean, it could make a worse ending. Not many people can agree with me, but it's what I would like to see. In the end, everyone accepts what is happening, and now are happy. Now they are going to go on the adventures they want. That's good. But the problem is, I don't know them enough to be happy for them. I knew Jacques so much, and now he's gone. All we have is now a cast we will now can't learn more about. I'm not saying we know nothing about them, but I'm saying we could have seen more, except watch full on Jacques episodes. The 30 minutes of the film was all Jax, and as my friend who is a Jax fan, he says he picked every worst opinion to do imaginable. It also has few plot holes. How does abstraction look while when turning? More information about CIA. How did others get their hands on this VR, or were they offered this? What was that blue AI? What happened to Bubble? Was Bubble that blue AI? And what about Scratch? He was the creator. He created this place because of his cancer, and others now in here. Why? And we know nothing about them. Stranger Things fans thought there was a new episode coming because of the plot holes. I won't be surprised if it would happen again. Because of this and us knowing nothing about others, and the only thing we know is Jax, in my opinion. Because of this and us knowing nothing about others, and we only knowing about Jax, in my opinion, the finale wasn't that good. Though, I must say, at least it was better than the most shows I finished in this year, like the Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, maybe The Boys, maybe. It's sad to see the series go. I hope we know more things about these plot holes in the future from creators, or if they do, maybe some little sub shows, I guess. Thank you for listening to me yapping about the amazing tissue circus. I think they did a good job, but it could be better. The finale could be better. The series is really good, I still like it. Feel free to give me your opinions about this finale. I'm really proud of this video since I could show my opinion better, unlike my other video in my main channel. Until next time, take care friends. And I'm still mad over Jax fumbling a baddie!